Part number 11. I would like that you will do one thing before every time when you open the book, the Gospel, Bible, even when you teach or you study. It's to stop yourself and to close the eyes and to say some prayer. Maybe to say some words. God, please give me the force to understand your wisdom. God, open my heart to understand what you say to us, to recognize the truth, to be free, to be ready to do good things, like you did. A communism starts with a prayer, praying. Praying when the person stops themselves and think about the eternity, and think about the beauty of the God, about the beauty of the created world. When the people see this beauty in the other persons, ecumenism is not only the therapy, medical therapy, but ecumenism is a new vision of the Christianity, of the Christians, of the people who have this goodwill and pure love. Everything has a purpose, a mission. As it is written in the Bible, nothing works with aimless spirit. Everything from the green grass to the twinkling star in the material world has its purpose, its mission, it's a task to serve to others, to help to others, or maybe to be some indicators. And the crisis is when we don't understand our mission, even today, even before. And God always sends to us the people who we can call them to be the prophets, to be the thinkers, to be the priests, to be the bishops. I can say to be the people who would like to realize the truth, who would like to realize God's will. It's very important. It's very important when we understand our mission, our concrete mission, like Christians. And the church has a mission, like any institution which mankind created before and continue to create. All the work which the church does, that it should do, is missionary work. Missionary work is to renew the sense of the things, or the sense of our life. And it's a great important to remember that every Christian has a mission. And all Christians must work together to realize this mission of work for common good. It's impossible to avoid it. Even if you would like, I can say a very simple example, outside of the church, because sometimes I analyze the religious vision and understanding of the things. Sometimes you go in the village and you see the beautiful temple, beautiful church as a building. You see many people who go there to pray, and they go together to clear around all the church to put the trees or maybe the flowers. And then you cross this abroad and you go outside of the church in the village, you see the destroyed roads. You see the people who lives alone and nobody can help them, maybe some old people. And you see some poor people who don't have the money to buy some medicine, some people who are ill. And we can ask ourselves, but why we don't want to continue to do these good things outside of our church? Why we don't want to realize this common good? What we need? We need very simple things. We need understanding of it. I give you some example because I like to use this as a different example in my lessons. Why the people has $20, $50 or grivnas, I say the Ukrainian money, to buy the flowers for the cemetery, for the tombs, for the person who died. And they give only $1, $2 or $1, $2 grivnas for different courage to walk. Why for us it's so difficult not only to put the flowers around the church, but to put flowers in our old streets, to create good gardens around our houses, to help to the people who can't walk, who are old or ill, to create beautiful, we can say, or we can call oikos, the place where we live. That we will continue to do and to realize this beauty and to realize this great mission that the gods that we have this beautiful event which we call transfiguration of the world. And it is our mission, our ecumenical mission. And what the Bible say about the ecumenical mission, or maybe we speak before the mission. Mission is to be the support and ground of truth. The message to Timothy said to us, as a group. To be support to individuals as a part of the church. To be mission is to be his body. The message to Ephesians say to it. No one came into Christ without coming into his body. It's very great word, great sentence. We can meet Christ only alone, but we can go to him together. The husband and the Bible says this very clearly to us. Individually, we can't have so much things. We individually can't even realize ourselves. But because if you realize yourself, but for him and for what? We must forget about our egoism when we are Christians. When we recognize that we are values and we would like to create other state or other order on this land. Because ecumenism, it's a process when we follow to the God's mission. When we follow God's message and we create our church, that the church together realize this good. And we have so much to do. We have very, very things to do. This never stops, because ecumenism is a process, it is not a result. It is only, maybe I say afterwards, it is not only the result. Because maybe we can say, okay, today we have the situation when all churches are in one thing. Okay. Sometimes it maybe we can then after it we can have the situation like situation in the sport. One person who did exercise during many years, and now he had first place in some kind of the sport, and then he asked himself, and what will happen after it? And many sportsmen lose their time in the alcohol, drugs, because they don't see the sense of their life. Because they became the first in their kind of sport, they are first, but it is only one moment when the people gives you the medals, and then what then? What then they have to do? They have to continue to live. Because in our land, we never will receive this, achieve this, we can call it paradise. We can only to go in this direction. And we call this process the perfection. The perfection in to follow the commandments of the God, and to be, this process is perfection of the human personality. The perfection of the mankind. It's very important to remember it when we speak about the ecumenism.